Good morning, fellow Nigerians across the globe. As you already know, I am George Onibi. Of course, we are making efforts to point the next generation to the right direction. It's obvious we will not be able to solve Nigerian problem, Nigerian challenges, but we can be part of the process that will ultimately create an enabling environment to solve our problem as a people. And so in a time like this, we cannot overlook most of those principles, those rules, those activities that has constantly keep Nigeria on her heels. Whether you accept it or not, that is the true reality. And so this morning, I want us to look at the message I simply titled, Your Survivor as a Eka man, as a Nyoma man, as Benin man, as Ikwere man, as South man, as majority, as minority, as Nigeria, even as Africa at large, depends on your ability to know, to find out, to understand the interest of those who makes the rules. One of the areas where it has been a kind of easy for me to survive through different storms, situations, and challenges is that I don't look at what you say. I don't look at how you present yourself. What you have to offer is of no importance to me. I want to know the mindset behind that thing. And so when you come out, you say you're a stupid man. It's okay. Why did you say I am a stupid man? And that is the only time I can genuinely find out if I am actually stupid or not. And by the time you come, you say you are a wonderful man. I must find out the mindset behind your praising me. At adventure, you want to gaslight me. Or maybe I'm truly a nice person. And you see, the moment I know the mindset behind whatever you do to me, it is easy for me to undo you. It is easy for me to survive you. It is easy for me to resist you. It is easy for me to properly position myself to remain myself in the end. It is applicable to those who make the rules. And so if you must survive in any situation and circumstance, despite the fact we are using Nigeria as a case study this morning, do not ignore the interest of those who makes the rules. And now, by way of trying to define the rules, it is simple. Stipulated method, just a way to go by. I'm just trying to look for the right words to present them to you comprehensively. But when you talk about the rule, it's a guideline, a protocol, what should be done and what should not be done. Though in nature it differs. You can talk about political rules. You can talk about religious rules. You can talk about social or cultural rules. These rules, what is the interest of those who are making these rules? This is the only reason why in Nigeria, there is no politicians that has been able to solve Nigerian problem. Not anyone, at least since I was born. They have their political rules. And I should say maybe it changed after the war. Our leaders go there for one thing and one thing alone, to empower their own ethnic group, make them more relevant in Nigeria, and steal the highest they can. And if you know this, you will understand why there will always be fight between Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo under the umbrella of Wazobia. And I know you don't know the rule. So election is going to come. They are going to still hyper you. But know the rules. Know the rule. This rule they create of whose benefit. What is the benefit? Who benefits from it? Let's look at political rules, first of all. If we go back to Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, who is actually a minority, he knows the rule. And that political rule is he's irrelevant. He can't help his people. Because he's a minority. Go and check Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. He couldn't help his people. He had no project in Bayelsa, except for a few people he dashed money. Because there is rules. That rules was not meant to protect Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. And we have rumors that he developed the north more than the south where he comes from. And this is one reason why everybody hated him. People who are calling Goodluck to come out now to contest again have not reminded Goodluck about the rules. He will go there with his hand, handcuff, with invisible handcuff. You know, they always tell you, I would have done this, but my hands are tied. Who tied their hand? Those who make the rules. And so even if Goodluck have 100 years opportunity to rule Nigeria, the rules have been made already. He will not develop South. He can only try to appease the power that be, maybe Hausa, Yoruba, or Igbo. They can fall back to Igbo people just for gaslighting, for for backup, because that is all you can get from Igbo people in current day Nigeria. They can fall back to Hausa to give you the ultimate support you need. because they still control the corridor of power. Or you can fall back to Yoruba, at least kill and divide. There's no two ways about it. So there is a rule there. It's not about, oh, it's our own, let's go and vote. Find out who is making the political rules in Nigeria. There are many rules in that political arena. Some of which is, when you want to contest, gaslight the people. It's their way. Let's look at former President Muhammadu Buhari. I remember he vividly promised to pay Nigerian youth salary. Whether you are married, you are not married, all Nigerian youth will be paid. Those are the rules. Gaslight them. But why would he pay you? And if he has paid you, the rule is simple. Every promise they make for you is an avenue to steal from you. That is the rule. You hear current President Ahmed Bola Tinubu telling you how much they are giving to the poor masses. Who are these poor masses? Who are the most poorest Nigerians who are receiving this benefit? That is the rules. Because somewhere along the line, if they actually know they may be called to redeem accounts in certain time in future, they must create a balance for miscellaneous expenses that cannot be accounted for. There are rules. No angel will rule Nigeria. And because this rule is not for the interest of Nigeria, Nigeria will always be on her heels. Now, those who know this rule and those who benefit, they know how to fight against it. Let's digress. I need you to pay attention lately. The enemy of the President, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, did you know what they are doing? They are gaslighting the global community with this slogan. Oh, they are killing Christians. There is a Christian massacre in Nigeria. The Muslims are killing Christians. Now Christians know this and have peace. These people hypering the killing of Christians in Nigeria are not Christians. And if they are Christians, they are white Christians. Why are they crying more than they believe? Don't get me wrong. These people now who are calling Amnesty International, Global International, Defenders International, Manchester International, look at all of them. They know the rules. Their target is Ahmed Bola Tinubu. And they could justifiably argue that Ahmed Bola Tinubu is a Muslim. And so President Ahmed Bola Tinubu now invariably is the one sponsoring Muslims to kill Christians. That is what they want the world to believe. Now, ask these people who are hypering it now, what is their interest? Okay, let Americans descend on us and tell us, you people are uncivilized, you are barbaric, you are killing Christians, and when you are killing Christians, you are not a country. Who are they? Who is the target here? We the people? No, not we the people. Remember, this is what they did to Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. You begin to hear Chibok girls, you begin to hear adoption, you begin to hear Boko Haram. All of them were everywhere, even including the ignorant Christians. Because they don't know the interests of those who make the rules, all of them were against Goodluck. He's a weak man, he can't fight insecurity. You brought Buhari. Did Buhari fight insecurity? The same man who is supposed to be the negotiator between the government of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan and the terrorists, the same person was the one to fight them. We know the role El-Rufai then play. At that era, they set the rules for the international communities, which interest is to topple the government of the day, create chaos in Nigeria, dispose the immediate or the people's mandate leadership, and then have their way to rob you. Of course, Muslims are killing Christians. Of course, there are terrorism everywhere. But watch the rules, the body language, each time they tell you this story. My brother, find out their interest. I will continue to call Shiwore. The earlier he retraced his footsteps, the better for him. His case will end like that of Nnamdi Kanu. It's not as if you are shouting, revolution, your children are hiding in diaspora. You are giving us revolution. You people, what is your interest? And so he's a human rights activist. Let's vote on him. Oh, human rights activist. Oga, what is your interest? Oh, his interest is on the people of Nigeria, and yet you want to be the president of Nigeria. Let me tell you, the true savior of Nigeria will not save Nigeria from that Aso Rock, because there are rules. He has no choice. If he bends the rules, he will die. Or should we carry out investigation, forensic investigation, to find out how Yar'Adua died? Do we begin to carry out forensic investigation to know why they murdered Murtala Muhammad? Or maybe we should begin to find out why Alhaji Shehu Shagari was overthrown? Why are we not asking questions why they murdered Tafawa Balewa? Watch these people I mentioned. Somewhere along the line, they had the interest of Nigerians at heart. And they didn't play by the rules in the political arena. As far as the international community, imperialist community are concerned. Let me digress. Most of you heard Murtala Muhammad was murdered. What did he do? What did he do to Dinka? Was he stealing money? These are things they don't tell you. The last time we checked, Murtala Mohammed, when he came to power, there were certain rules he did not accept. That Nigerian First Bank today, formerly British Bank or Stafford Bank, cannot be that. We are not British. We are not Stanford. He changed the name to First Bank. We used to have British Petroleum, later on changed to African Petroleum. He said that we are not British, and so it's not British Petroleum, and then it's African Petroleum. A lot of change. But he didn't know political arena. The rules is placed on the interest of the imperialist. He didn't play by the rule. And then all of a sudden, he was unalive. Let's blame Dinka. Let's kill Dinka. Find out their interest. If we have known the interest of those who carry out the assassination of these individuals, maybe Nigeria will not be where it is today. A lot of people did many things in time past. They had interest. Whether they play by the rule or they did not play by the rule, they have interest. Let's look at Obafemi Awolowo. In his book he wrote in 1947, he said Nigeria is a mere geographical location, not a nation. What was his interest? Ultimately, Nigeria is like oil and water that cannot mix. What was his interest? Was it to make money? Was it to hyper Yoruba people? No. He saw the interest of those who are canvassing for, we are one Nigeria, we are one Nigeria, we are one Nigeria, we are one Nigeria. Outside that useless man they call Sunday Igboho, Yoruba would have had a clean record when it comes to the issue of Nigerian unity. Sunday Igboho destroyed the credibility of Yoruba people to talk to us about unity in Nigeria. I pray another idiot from Yoruba angle will not emerge in the nearest future. Because the interest of Obafemi Awolowo was clearly stated here. I'm not against anybody, but you see, we are so many ethnic groups. This name Nigeria is a mere geographical location. We are indigenous people, so many ethnic groups. Let's have this at the back of our mind and let all of us fight to protect our people. His interest was not to become the Governor General of the whole Africa. He didn't want to be Awolowo of Africa. He wanted to be a man of his people. I thank God he lived by it and he died by it. Now, let's move a little bit. You look at the same political arena. Let's look at the case of Nnamdi Kanu, which is the main reason why we knew what we knew and why we will stand on our ground to the end of time. I listened to his bunch of lawyers. I call them bunch. They are what do they call them? Family writer, trying to gaslight and brainwash gullible Igbo people. And these are some of the things. Let's see if we can paraphrase them. The one they call Aloy Jimako. I knew him very well. He doesn't even have the interest of Igbo people. He just want to cash out. Ifeanyi Ejiofor has finished cashing out. It's his time. Obata actually cashed out. It's just that Nnamdi Kanu maybe he's coming to his senses already. So all those lawyers who are jumping up and down, come out and tell us you are freedom fighter. We know your interest. You can only fool your people. And now these were some of the things they were telling you. That in the court today, the government did not bring the health record, and so we don't agree. All you Igbo politicians who are bench warmer in the Senate and the National Assembly, all you these people, you know Nnamdi Kanu have no case to answer. Let us leave Nnamdi Kanu. There is a court condition. Look at ask what is their interest? What is their interest? Their interest is not even for their people. That is the unfortunate thing there. Because the last time I checked, from Ojukwu to Raphael Uwazurike, down to the idiot called Nnamdi Kanu, all of them has actually shot themselves on the leg. Go and look at Ojukwu time. Millions of Igbo people died, of course, on both sides. But Ojukwu didn't lose any of his family members. His children were living in affluence. His wife is still enjoying one Nigeria. If Ojukwu has fought for Biafra for the interest, the rules was not to benefit him. When he was pardoned, he would have disassociated from Nigerian politics. He knows the rule. Now, understand Philip Effiong, they said, was Ojukwu deputy under Biafra. Did you hear the name of Philip Effiong mentioned in Nigerian politics anymore? He didn't go to exile. He handed over Biafra to Nigeria, a breakaway country, and then he returned to his village in current-day Akwa Ibom State. There were rumors that the federal government actually approached him to give him contracts, which he turned down. He neither was the enemy of Nigeria, neither was he friend of Biafra. His interest ultimately was that he wanted a better nation. A better nation he cannot create. And he rather not be part of this corruption than to begin to aid and abet the same rules that are meant for the interest of very few. Did you see Ojukwu visit him? Did you see them hyper him? Did you hear them talk about him? He knows the rules. But what is his interest? His interest was simple: fair Nigeria or no Nigeria. And then he lived like Philip Effiong. He died like Philip Effiong. But look at people whose interest is power mongers. Money. All they want is money. Greed. Ojukwu was pardoned. The next thing you did, our zoo one Nigeria. According to them, he opened a political party, Abuga. Some of his people knew. That is why even in Abuga, Ojukwu did not win. Where is Abuga today? They set the rule, find out their interest. We leave Ojukwu and he moved on. And then we go to Raphael Uwazurike. They say they are marginalized. All of a sudden, boom, give us Biafra. Ojukwu said it before. You must give us Biafra. They set the rules. Their people bear the brunt. Peter Obi was instrumental in massacring Igbo youth, throwing their dead body in Izu River. Or have you forgotten about Izu River massacre? All this Biafra. To calm it down, they even created Bakassi. What was the job of those Bakassi? To hunt down fellow Igbo. If it were actually for the interest of Igbo people, this Biafra, if the rules created was to protect your interest, they will not be killing you. They are betraying you. Raphael Uwazurike is now jailing the Igbo. I remember when during the last election of Buhari era, he was the one that encouraged Igbo to vote for Yahaya Bello. Find out what is their interest. They want to create political rules. What is their interest? I'm coming. You left Raphael Uwazurike, you came to Nnamdi Kanu. He's looking for a political solution. He wanted to be a political godfather of Igbo, maybe South. If people like Wike did not notice his madness on time. Let's assume he succeeds. He becomes the governor's maker here in South and Southeast. Because in their imaginary mind, illusion, South is Biafra land in the ocean. But at the end of all these things, who are the ones dying? It's you Igbo man that will come and insult me. You that say you are Igbo man, come and insult me. Yes, we lost people from Idoma. We lost people from Akwa Ibom. We lost people from my place. Many places, people died. But who does this rule benefit? What is their interest? What is their interest? Nnamdi Kanu life made it clear, just that some of you don't want to have sense. He told you that Ndi Igbo bụ ndị waburu ọnụ, which means he can't be fighting for the interest of Ndi Igbo. Ọ bụ na Ndi Igbo bụ ndị waburu ọnụ. All those bunch of lawyers. Have you asked how many widowers, orphans Nnamdi Kanu created? If we did not continue to expose him, today, unknown gunmen, a plague on Igbo people that has come to stay, your Eastern Security Network, all of them will haunt you for a very long time until you know this rule on whose interest. What is their interest? And that Nnamdi Kanu is the truth is that Nnamdi Kanu is sick. You know, when he begin to take drug and run mad, I begin to ask myself the nature of that sickness. Maybe this man knows is how do they call it? Condemned property, condemned human being. And maybe he feels, since I know I will die, let's destroy everything. It's like Efe. You see that Efe, Omote Biafra, she don't have womb. She can't have baby. And you that have mothers, you that are mother, I'm not mocking her, but I want you to have their interest. We want to make you widows. You won't have children. What do they even call women who don't have a barren? We want to make all of you barren. Because she knows she can't have children. Don't you hear when he tell you Igbo people, wise Igbo people, go and kill your king, go and kill your politician. What is their interest? They hold that girl ransom, and that girl is holding their ransom. And then Nnamdi Kanu interest. What is his interest? Because the last time I checked, he has led many Igbo youth to their death, more than even the Fulani headsmen put together with Boko Haram. Because almost 70% of the alleged attack by Fulani headsmen, Boko Haram, within the Southeast region, was the handwork of Nnamdi Kanu unknown gunmen. So what's this rule he make? What is his interest? Because along the line, people like Dr. Obidio Obienu invited him to America, let them help him. You know, they were not saying it very openly, but he has a little mental problem. He has some organs in his body that are decaying. Right there in America, he begin to drink and drunk, and that is when he come out and begin to talk anyhow. And so maybe if I must go down, I will drag everybody down. So whose interest is he protesting? That rule he's making. If you come out outside, we kill you. You say sit at home. You say who? What is his interest there? And how does he benefit you? Whose interest is he protesting? They want to show Nigeria is a powerful man. He said he's a God. And we promise him we will put his righteousness to the test. The journey has not even begun. They are crying, in the Nigeria. All they want is Tinubu attention. And Tinubu, president, with due respect. You see, you are not judiciary. Don't even talk about Nnamdi Kanu. Let them be doing the talent display. And then it boils down ultimately to the reason I hashtag the Kwere people. the Benin people, Maeka people, of course, Anyoma Osimilindokwa. I hashtag all of you. We come down to unity. They are going everywhere, telling you who is Igbo and who is not Igbo, which is the main reason why we are here, because we know where they are heading to. Who set the rules? Who is Igbo or who is not Igbo? Who stand to benefit? If I am Igbo now, how does it benefit my people? Because there is a rule. You must insult everybody. You must distort the history. You must slander everybody. You must call them names. What do we benefit? This rule, how does it benefit us? Oh, Igbo people will help us. Is that it? Igbo people will now develop our land. That is what we are going to benefit. Go and listen to that man that says he's a senator, Nnedi Nwokoro. If you see the way he talks, you know he's a loser. Because to him, when we become Igbo now will now give us more power. Igbo now will now give us more this one. That is one truth you people must understand about life. It's your choice. How you see life. Oh my God. Solomon said, "For God has planted eternity in the heart of men, and yet men cannot see the full scope of it all." It's not about the flashy cars. It's not about the starch money in your bank account. It's not about these things that makes your heart beat faster. And sometimes it's not even about the love you pursue. Ultimately, it's about the purpose you have in everything you do. We are happy. We are contented. We're not envious. We're not jealous. We accept you're better than us. But as well, you are not more stupid than us. It's okay, you are powerful, but you are not as weak as we are. And so to all his own. And so in the end, we thank the Creator and we remain grateful. That though we were made poor, and yet we are happy. And though we were made rich, and yet we are satisfied. And so which interest will it be? This rule, you are Igbo, you are Igbo. All of you jumping up and down. Of course, the people they are using to do this rubbish, they are not our people. What do we benefit? What is our benefit? Igbo dominance. Expansionist agenda. And so because we don't have power to develop our place. Is that not a clear indication that God wants us to become like that? Have you seen Hausa man struggling to buy furniture? No matter how rich they are, you don't be surprised when you go to Dangote house. He sits down on a rug or carpet or mat. Go to our churches. If you see the kind of the chair we mount on the altar, it looks like a monarch or a palace. But go to the mosque. Except those who have health challenges, use chair. All of them carry their mat. You think they cannot improvise? There is something they understand. And that is what I want you to understand. I need you to check everything I have told you. We are the one crying for, clamoring for creation of Anyoma State. Nobody is pushing it hard from Anyoma, and that is why almost 80 years this issue is being discussed without being able to conclude it. Now I begin to see why God delayed it. Anyoma is still it's still a project. We have not concluded it. And that is because everybody wants to make sure that the purpose of creating Anyoma, the rules that will govern Anyoma, will be ultimately benefiting the people of Anyoma. But then look at Igbo people, Biafra Igbo people, and Nnedi Nwokoro. In the issue of creation of Anyoma, this is their interest. Number one, Nnedi Nwokoro is thinking Igbo people will help him to become the first governor of Anyoma. They use Denis Osadebe, most of you don't know. There are many reasons why Midwestern region, why that Bende state was completely squashed. Because we don't have the willpower to stand the rules. The rules influenced by Igbo people. You don't hear about Ogbumudia. Because Ogbumudia did not support them. They have been playing this game for a very long time. It's unfortunate Senator Nnedi Nwokoro fall for them. And so look at the rule he's creating on the floor of the Senate on behalf of the supposed Anyoma people. He has an interest. Maybe you are getting it now. And then look at Igbo people, on the other hand, using Senator Mbata as the leader of Fundi Igbo now. I don't know if it's the original Ohanaeze Ndigbo or it's the fake Ohanaeze Ndigbo, because these people know how to create decoy. What does Mbata want? Maybe they will help him to become governor of Rivers State, because they are not going to divide Rivers State for a very long time now. And then Igbo people will come, the same madness they are carrying to Lagos, deciding who will be the governor of Lagos and who will not be. And when the Oba of Lagos made a statement, and many other people, that if they don't vote their candidate, they will push them into the Atlantic Ocean. This is not something anybody should say morally, but these people cannot take it anymore. Now we understand. So when they make rules, who does it benefit? All those Igbo people market union in your community, does it benefit you? All those Igbo union and group in your village, Obi of Fundi Igbo in your community, does it benefit you? They set the rules. Who interest is protected there? Because most of you are not able to see what we want you to see, what they are doing. Because they know how to cry foul. They know their interest. Nobody invests without knowing the return. They know the return they are expecting. And our job is to make sure they will not get that return. Not at our expense. But if I come today, I said, my fellow Abo people, let's begin to teach our children our language. And this is what I want. You are Abo person, a Ka person. Of course, it's applicable to every other ethnic group. I am focusing on my place because charity begins at home. And I said, wherever you are, whether you are married to China, Japan, to Kumbo, you are married to heaven and earth, you have a language. And my people will say, one. Go and begin to teach your children their language. It's not going to be easy. When my last son wakes up in the morning, he will look at me. He say, Mama Baba. Mama Baba. They can't speak my language as fluently as I can because of my marital status. But I understand the challenge, including my wife and all of them. We're on the verge of, they must learn it. They have to learn it. And sometimes, we could do certain things to upset the balance to make sure our language is not lost. And this time we want to say, Owama Baba, he just wumble and we laugh and I correct him and they feel and I correct them. Some of them now don't greet me in English. Some of them don't greet me in English. I watch them. Whether it's 100 times, it's the same thing. Once I call them, it's the same way. Because I know they cannot truly fit in our community. Those of you who have children who can speak a Ka language, for instance, bring them home and see how they will be mesmerized by strangers. About 2 weeks ago, right there in Agbo, one Okada man hit down another Okada. And I was watching both of them. The one that was at fault is a boss. Both of them are strangers. But of course, Agbo is a free town. And the one he hit down, I was expecting to say, brother, sorry, I'm sorry. At least attend to him. He was trying to claim that guy was wrong. And I called out to him. I said, hey, young man, did you know you are the cause of this accident? Why don't you clear your motorcycle and attend to this guy? And he said, sorry. The guy said, you want me to put call for you? You want me to put call for you? And he has connection. Fellow mad Okada people. They started packing. Well, because the other guy is actually on bike, ladies' bike, but it's not Okada. They started gathering that their mad gathering. I looked at the young man. Maybe we'll come across this video. Because they didn't know me. These are strangers. I told the young man, I said, see, put your call through. And you have to choose one. Across is police station. And opposite police station is general hospital. Choose one because you are going to collect one now. Put your call. And then some indigents who don't know what is happening, all of them start coming out. Some of them don't know what happened. They want to decide. I simply say, everywhere was calm. My town people who wanted to get involved in what they don't know, everybody moved back. The guy was shocked that, oh, this man now, man. And everybody now mellow. Before you know, you remember that man. I said, go and greet that guy. He said, waiting concern you, waiting concern you. I can be practical, I can be confrontational when I want. I wanted to take it down to him. Okay, since you want to fight, let us fight. He didn't have the boss. Now, what am I trying to tell you? Those my town people diffused the whole process. Because they know say, and then everybody heard what happened and they blamed that guy. Am I telling you I'm a fighter? No. When it's necessary, we fight. What I'm doing here is I'm fighting Igbo Biafra expansionist agenda against my people. What do we stand to benefit if we are Igbo? And so I want you to look at that thing they are pushing to you and ask yourself, who benefits from this project? Once Mbata becomes governor, they will take him to oath because that is what they do. They will give him oath. Swear, we will make you governor. That when we finish making you governor, or you don't know how these people take oath? The people who rules you from behind the curtain. They are not on stage. From the highest office of Tinubu to the lowest office of ordinary man, anybody in the position of authority, the rulers are behind the curtain. You don't see them. They place them under oath. Should I begin to mention them? And so the moment they put you under that oath, they thought they tie you. Go and ask Nnamdi Kanu. We got to a stage. It resulted to Ibino Kwabe. But I knew the truth they don't know. And that is when the leaders are dishonorable. The people are removed from under oath. We don't take oath point blank. We give God condition. And that Ibino Kwabe, I gave Ibino Kwabe condition. And if I broke that oath, he will kill Nnamdi Kanu before he kill me. And so imagine all of you idiots who has gone there and say, when I deny you, go kill me, wipe out your generation. I pray the Lord will pardon your generation. Because I told Ibino Kwabe, if these people want to use me, that is why they are giving me oath. You will kill all of them. But if it's the interest of our people they are fighting for, you will kill me when I betray them. Don't you see the interest now? Don't you see what they stand to benefit in the ocean? But when I say, you, let your children, teach them, this is my mission, what am I benefiting? But I know that ultimately it will work out for our good, for your people good. If you can't speak your language, you don't know what you are missing. I don't blame you, but try. Just make it one, just learn how to pronounce one thing. I have so many Abo friends who are now struggling to learn Abo. When I push them to the brink, they begin to mesmerize. We laugh over it, but they catch up a step ahead. Now don't forget our topic. In every rules, find out the interest of those who make the rule. You will know whether these rules are for the detriment of your people or not. Look at rules when you talk about religion. Don't use it to fight you. You are a Muslim. They tell you it's a Muslim ticket in a country of multiple religion. You think they are protecting the interest is for your Allah? No. If Muslims are killing Christians, mark my word, in the case of Nigeria, very soon Christians will begin to kill Muslims. You can do that to your people, not to our people. Is Yoruba not there? Both Yoruba Muslim and Yoruba Christians, all of them live under the same roof. All of them tolerate each other. Their own Allah did not ask them to kill anybody. Nobody is infidel. When you look at a Yoruba Muslim, no infidel in Yoruba Muslim. This is because their religion is not for anybody personal gain. You wake up one day, you come and bomb me because you are waiting for 24 virgin. That is your interest, not the interest of your people. Because your 24 virgin will not be distributed among everybody. And you are in the church, you are there telling them, give, and the Lord loves a cheerful giver. What are you doing with that money? That is when we know whether you are fake or whether you are correct. There are many men of God we know that have amassed wealth. But somewhere along the line, you see them giving back this wealth to the people. Most of them don't make noise about that. But we're still looking at the ultimate interest in what they are doing. I could humbly tell you one of them is OPM. But fortunately, it's an Igbo man. But am I a member of OPM? No. And that is to tell you, the leg that waka puru 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 puru, there are eyes that are looking at them puru puru puru. If what OPM as a man of God is doing in the life of the people, all the pastors are doing like that, every Christian in Nigeria will be empowered. And of course, I cannot forget Prophet TB Joshua, the highest of all of them. So who benefit from those rules? Good people of Nigeria. They are going to hyper you in different dimensions. They are going to bring projects that look enticing, very lovely and romantic. Please, before you take another step, check who does these rules benefit. Who is the beneficiary? When you die, next of kin is more happy. Next of kin rejoice more than your enemy, because they stand to benefit even more than your enemy. Each time any rules is made, watch who does it benefit. Rule was meant to protect. Rule was meant to keep us organized. But some people have switched the whole process. This is the only thing that will ensure our survival. Don't let them deceive you. I could go on and on and on and on. But if you don't understand it now, I'm not sure you'll understand it later. So to bring the broadcast to an end, we are not minority. Who made that rule? It is to submerge us, assimilate us. Yes, we are not Igbo, and there is nothing like sub-Igbo group. It's to take over our land and our waterways. Yes, you had me right. We are not Biafra. Look at Kenneth Okonkwo, what he was telling you, our one Nigeria people. That any Igbo person who is going there is anybody that is against the Igbo people, he cannot vote for that person. The person is enemy of Igbo. You know, this they are rubbish talking. And when we sit down, we look at Kenneth Okonkwo. What do we say? Kenneth Okonkwo now is the moral for Nigerian youth. And not the which Nigerian youth, for Igbo youth. They are the one pushing hate indirectly. And they want us to follow them. No. Maybe you have not seen that garbage coming out from Kenneth Okonkwo from a national television. Anybody against Igbo, supporting who is against Igbo, because Igbo have marginalized us, Nigeria has marginalized us, Nigeria has do this for Igbo, we cannot support Nigeria. I want us to support you. Who makes the rule? Who makes the rule? What are their interests? Kenneth Okonkwo, normally that is Igbo man mentality. Once a hyper Igbo people, they will say if this man get there, he will protect our interests. In the after, they will go and vote for him. What he will do to you people, your eye will clear. The one of the most performing governor in the southeast, Alex Otti. You see, before me, I've been telling you about this Alex Otti. I pray we not fail on of us, but I know he's a good man in himself. He's an Igbo man. Go and look at who is fighting Alex Otti. Fellow Abia State man, Benjamin Kalu. They want to discredit him. They want to discredit Alex Otti. And some of you who are little brain, you don't have brain. They say, that's like senator, he's a normal man. Yeah, what is his interest? Maybe when he succeeds in destroying Alex Otti, then he will not come out and tell you, I've been outspoken for you. That is why, please, let me be the next governor. That is his interest. That is why we don't fall for many of you. When I'm having a dealing with you, I find out your interest first. We don't beg. We don't call for what does not call for us. I go to the comment section, receive my insult, and then we move on. This teaching applies to every area of your life. Even in marriage, in every area of endeavor, find out what is the interest. Most women are not interested in marrying you. They just want to answer a married woman. And if you don't know their interest, that marriage, the moment they have a child, they are gone. These are one of the reasons you have single mother everywhere. Then they will make the life of the rest men miserable. Find out. When you talk about this issue of marriage, some women want somebody reliable, stable, they can build a home with. Not all of them. Some of them want your bank account. They will poison you and kill you. Little wonder you have more men dying than women dying. Go and check almost every family. Before you know, father gone so soon. Father gone so soon. Mother deceived grand. You think it's coincidence? Let's say na hustle. Which hustle? Our papa, they will hustle, pass us, go far, general. They no get sense. It is being able to set the scale of reference, setting your priority right, ultimate issue there. So in every endeavor, find out who is this thing going to benefit and what is your own benefit there before you can get in. In the absence of any insult, I'll bring the broadcast to an end.